Hello, travelers. I'm Wheelchair Jimmy with a question today for the Boeing Corporation. Boeing, why do you discriminate against people in wheelchairs? Yes, James McNerney, Chief Executive Officer, I'm talking to you and your board of directors. Why do you discriminate against people in wheelchairs? You know, I've flown your single-aisle aircraft for decades, your 737s with all the modifications, and never once been able to access your lavatory. So I just assume that you are discriminating against people in wheelchairs. I've read your annual report. You are the self-proclaimed largest aerospace company on the planet with over 174,000 employees, and I assume a large cadre of world-class engineers. Last year, your report says you spent $3.9 billion on research and development. Probably not much on wheelchair-accessible lavatories. I've heard you have 12,000 jetliners in the skies, but none with wheelchair-accessible lavatories. You know, I'm sure you're going to tell me that you do not have to comply with the ADA, like thousands of other corporations in America. You've been grandfathered. You don't have to. The only thing you have to comply with is the Air Carrier Access Act that was passed by Congress over 25 years ago. And there is no mandate in that makes you provide ADA lavatories on single-aisle aircraft. Lucky you. The hell with the guys in the wheelchairs. You don't have to do anything. So I'm sure you're going to tell me that you have a product that's on the drawing board. Did you have a vision for the future? As the largest manufacturer of jetliners on the planet, I'm sure you have, or you will tell me you have a product. But you don't. You know, I've been up to your Everett facility. As I drove up, you have many wheelchair accessible handicap parking spaces. I went into your restroom, your accessible restroom off the lobby, and it was very large, very nice, very spacious. Just no accessible lavatories on your jetliners. When I was up there, I actually went into the facility that housed the lavatories of the future, your drawing board. These are your lavatories that you show to airline clients wanting to put lavatories on their new jetliners, their new Dreamliners. I sat in the aisle chairs and tried to get into the lavatories. These were not wheelchair accessible. They were not ADA compliant. They were not accessible, not acceptable. This was your vision of the future, your Dreamliner, which to me is a nightmare. So, Mr. McNerney, why don't you sort of step out of the box? Don't think about what you must do to comply with Congress, but what you should do to enrich people's lives. You know, the only thing we want is the same right as all Americans, the right to go to the bathroom on the plane. It's not so tough. Stop discriminating against people in wheelchairs. Stop segregating us. Stop humiliating us. Try to do better. Now, I'm asking for change. And maybe we need to rally and go march on Congress. Maybe we need to rally and go to your corporate headquarters in Chicago. Possible? Maybe we need to go to your Everett facility and demonstrate. Maybe we need to go to airline terminals and speak our piece. But I encourage you and your cadre of world-class engineers to come up with something that is ADA compliant and let us go to the bathroom on the plane. Not so tough. Travelers, roll on!